thank you guys for joining us again in the PWLC kitchen. Today what we've got for you, we're going to do just a nice salmon, gonna put a little rub on there, and then we're gonna do a creamy cucumber salad. That's kind of one of the Primal Kitchen recipes we're gonna experiment with. So first we're gonna kind of get going on the salmon. So this is gonna be super simple. Salmon is one of those things that you really don't have to do a lot to. It's got a lot of natural flavor. And it also cooks very quickly, so you don't have to do much. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of this avocado oil on there. So if you're just joining us, the avocado oil is something that's really great to use when you're cooking at high temperatures. So that's why we're using that versus an olive oil. We're just gonna kind of rub this on the top of the salmon. And then we've got this good salmon rub that's from the store Salt. It's local here to Amarillo. So again, you guys know we love them. So if you want to stop by, they just have a general salmon rub you can use. And I'm going to be pretty generous with it. So give it a nice coating. You can do one side or two. I'm just going to do the one side. And typically you're going to do the side that doesn't have the skin. So if you can see this, there's normally like a little brown or gray spot in the middle of the salmon. Sometimes it covers the whole thing. That's usually where the skin was. So I would do it on the other side. You kind of pat it in. It should stick pretty well with that oil. There we go. And let me just read you off a couple of the things that are in here. Oh, it's not on here, but it's going to be basically like some paprika, some cayenne, you know, salt, pepper. It looks like it has a little bit of red pepper flakes in it too, so it's going to have a little bit of a kick there. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to put this foil down into the Ninja grill today just so that it doesn't stick. I think it would be okay, but salmon's a little bit tricky sometimes. So maybe put a little bit of foil or parchment paper or something like that in. What we've done for the salmon today is we're going to just cook it with the Ninja grill with the probe. So we've just set it to the fish setting and we're going to do a medium well. If you're cooking it in your oven, I would probably just do like 350. It's probably going to take less than 10 minutes. It just depends on how big your salmon is. So I'm going to go ahead, put the probe in here. Make sure you don't put it all the way through, otherwise you'll be done cooking in 30 seconds. Okay, we're going to put it in. Okay, we've got that there. And then you just close the lid and let it cook. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so to go with our salmon, we're gonna do a creamy cucumber salad. So I've kind of got all the ingredients already prepped, but just to give you an idea, so the recipe calls for 1 English cucumber, and what you wanna do is go ahead and slice it up. As you can see, we've sliced it medium. You know, it's not super paper thin, but it's also not super thick like you're gonna get in a salad. And then you wanna kinda lay it out, maybe on a paper towel or just a regular towel. You wanna lay it out for about 30 minutes. That way some of that moisture can come out. That way you don't have like a real soupy type cucumber salad. Nobody wants that. So that's what this is. This is 1 English cucumber. Do this. And what we're going to use for kind of the creaminess is going to be the Primal Kitchen brand mayo. So you guys can find this at United. You can also get it at Walmart now. And so you'll see here Primal Kitchen mayo. It's real mayo and it does have avocado oil instead of the vegetable oil or something like that. So really good quality here. And so I'm going to go ahead and mix this together. This is 2 tablespoons. All right, we're gonna mix it up here. Just kind of get that avocado on all of the cucumbers. Get a nice even spread. You can kind of see here. Okay, so we've got that in there. Now we're gonna kind of add some of the spices and the seasonings. So we're gonna start with a teaspoon of lemon juice. I've just cut a half of a lemon and I'm just gonna juice the whole thing. You don't have to be really exact on this. And here's a little kitchen tip to get all the juice out, make it a little easier so you're not having to use one of the utensils that squeezes it. You can use a fork or a knife, just kind of stab it into the middle, and then you can actually just kind of take the lemon and move it around. And I only got 1 seed in it. How about that? Oh, 2. All right, so I'm gonna pick the seeds out. You can technically leave it in, or you can just get it out beforehand. There's 1. Here's the other one. Okay, so now we're gonna start adding 1 clove of minced garlic. So if you don't have a clove, you can also just use the minced garlic that's already ready to go. If you do have the clove, just cut it up really, really small, really, really tiny cuts. Okay, and then we're gonna do the red onion. It's about 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so just sprinkle that in there. We also diced that, so just cut up the onion really, really small. And then we're gonna use a little bit of salt and pepper. So again, we've got the salt and pepper from the salt store here. Just a generous seasoning, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. That should be about enough there. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna do just a little bit of salt in there. This comes out really fast. And then we're gonna do some dill. So this is really what makes this dish. So we're gonna do about 1.5 tablespoons of the dill. And again, just kind of mix that in. Spread it over. Okay. All right, and then we're just gonna mix it up. That way we've got all of our flavor on every single cucumber. Okay, and that's ready. All right, so you kind of see we've just exactly what it's called, creamy cucumber salad. It's very fresh, very quick and easy to make. You don't have to have a bunch of crazy ingredients. So again, we've got 1 English cucumber, cut it up, let it dry for about 30 minutes, 2 tablespoons of the Primal Mayo, a teaspoon of lemon juice. We've got 1 clove of minced garlic. We've got 1/4 teaspoon of pepper-ish, or you can just eye it, just a little shake of salt as well. 1/4 cup of red onion that's cut up really fine, and then 1.5 tablespoons of the chopped dill. So again, you got the dill weed, that's kind of what you're looking for. Mix it all up together, and you've got your cucumber salad. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and pull out the salmon from the grill, make sure that it's ready. So it takes about 5 minutes, again, kind of just depending on how big your salmon is, how thick it is. So we'll have to check on this one. Oh my goodness, it looks absolutely delicious. So it's ready. I can tell just by looking. If you haven't cooked salmon before and you're not really sure, it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be very squishy. Okay, so it should be pretty firm on top. So just go ahead and take this out. I'll put it over here for you guys to look at. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, then I'm going to pull this out. There we go. Okay, and then we're just gonna put this together with some of this cucumber salad and we'll be ready to dig in. Okay, all right, so we're kind of getting ready to put this together as a meal. So we've got some of our cucumber salad here. This was a decent sized portion. I think it was probably 5, maybe 6-ish ounces of the salmon. So I just kind of cut it in half. Especially if you've had surgery. So I'm gonna add this here. You can see we've got that nice, kind of rub on the top, so it's gonna be a little bit crispy there. And then we've kind of balanced that out with the creaminess of the cucumber salad. And just for you guys, I'm gonna try the cucumber salad, even though I'm not a mayo person, all right? But it does look and smell really good. So this would be an option. This salmon is actually something, if you had surgery, you can have at 3 weeks out. As long as the spices doesn't bother you, as far as reflux or anything like that, you can have this 3 weeks out. The cucumber salad, you'd have to wait until about week 8 until you're able to have raw vegetables, but this would be a really quick, easy dinner, even something that would keep very well, and you could reheat the salmon later, or even just do it cold and kind of mix it in with the cucumber salad if you wanted to have it for lunch the next day. So let's test it out, see how it is. Okay, It's very good. The salmon has a bit of a kick to it, and it's really balanced out with the like creaminess of the cucumber salad. So again, I think we've created a hit here. So go to Salt, get your salmon rub, and then make this creamy cucumber salad. It's really good. Let us know what you think.